Hello and welcome to the Lake District Yogi. My name's Kat. Thank you for joining me today. Today's class is going to be a full body Vinyasa flow, lots of beautiful, juicy, connected movements. My darling husband has recently started taking some of my YouTube classes, and his feedback was that I talk too much at the beginning. Can you believe it? So this one is for you, Rob. And anyone else, in fact, who has been sitting there thinking, when are we going to actually get started? Why can't she shut up? Or, in fact, have been fast forwarding to the start of the yoga practice. My apologies. I do love to chat. Anyway, I'll have a sip of tea. We're going to get started in a seated position like this. So you know the drill. If you've been in any of my classes before, feel free to pause this video if you need to get a blanket to wedge under your hips, or sort yourself out in any way, get any props you need, set up your space, and then we will get started. Okay, it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Lake District. There are some people chopping trees down at a house just over there, so I apologise if you hear a lot of tree chopping down noises. Okay, there is nothing I can do about it. Okay, so we're going to start in this seated position. If you just place your hands on your knees, you may close your eyes just for a moment if you wish, just to center yourself. Take a couple of nice slow breaths, just so that we're signaling to ourselves that we have fully arrived here and that we are about to slow down and move into this new sort of space in our day. Maybe you let the out breath be a really nice releasing sigh. And we're going to start with some spinal circles. So when you're ready, just lean one way. There isn't really a right or wrong way to do this. We're just finding some organic movement. So moving in maybe slow circles to start and then getting a bit bigger. I like to really press the heel of my hands into my legs. And make that connection is always really nice right at the start of your practice. Bending the arms as much as you need. Sending the spine to the back of the room and the heart to the front. And then noticing where you feel sensation. I've got quite a tight left hip at the moment, so I can feel this deep within my hip socket. But it's that nice kind of sensation, like it's not going to stop me moving. It's a sensation that's telling me, give me more, this needs easing up. And that's where this discernment comes in as so crucially in our yoga. Next time you come to the front, you can start to move in the opposite direction. Again, making this movement as big or as small as you want. Okay, next time you come to the front, we'll just lift up into that neutral spine. Plant the right hand down on the ground beside you and extend the left arm, reach into the fingertips, and then find any amount of organic movement here. So you might want to open up as if you're sort of swiveling your heart to the sky, leaning into that top shoulder. You may like to close the heart towards the ground a little bit, as if your upper body and your arm is some kind of underwater reed that's just rippling with the current. Okay, next in-breaths, lift up. Sweep to the other side and then explore on this side again, just finding any movement that feels good in your body. So these moves in this way are an opportunity to explore, to find out what creates better or more intense or juicier or less intense sensation in our bodies. Okay, beautiful. Come back up, find that neutral spine once again. And then cross your hands on your ankles. So you can do this cross-legged, or you can move the feet so that they're together like this in Baddha Konasana. This would be preferable, I think, actually. But if that's really difficult for you or uncomfortable, you can do it with your legs crossed like that. So hands crossed on opposite ankles. And then if you are in Baddha Konasana, it might be easier to feel this, but you can definitely do it. And the other version is to sort of pull against your ankles, let your heart shine forward a little. Take a nice centered breath. Next in-breath, peel your right arm behind you. So you can look round to it if you want, if that feels comfortable for your neck. And then lift the arm overhead back to the ankle. Peel the left arm with a nice in-breath. Exhale, sweep it over. So we're getting a bit of rotation in the shoulders here, and then keep moving. Inhaling to open the arm. Exhaling, plants, to sweep it back over. And again, just feeling in. You can close the eyes if that helps you feel sensations more acutely. I'll do one more on each side like this. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to bring the soles of our feet flat, and we're going to come up into a squat. I'm going to turn because I'm facing the camera, so I'm going to turn this way. You can just plant your feet, come up into that squatted shape. Okay, so options here, you can keep the fingertips on the ground. If you need to put them on a block, by all means put them on a block. If your heels are very lifted off the floor, then obviously you're balancing on your toes. If you feel more comfortable, you can lift up until your feet are flat and then sort of squat there. Or if you're happy to, you can balance on your toes. Or you can bring the elbows to the inside of the knees and bring the hands to prayer. And if you're doing that, then obviously you get that opportunity to press the elbows into the knees and the knees into the elbows. Really easing into the hips. Okay, if you don't already bring the fingertips back to the ground, start to lift the hips a little, turn the feet parallel, and then lift up into your forward fold. Keep the feet as wide as they were when you were in that squat, so you've got a nice wide base. And then find somewhere for the hands. You can hold your opposite elbows. You can hold the backs of your legs. If you have a block to hand, you might want to slide it towards you for this next bit. So if you're holding your elbows, just release them. Plant the left fingertips underneath your face. It could be the flat of your hand. Maybe you need your hand on a block here. That's absolutely fine. So left hand down, bend the left knee a lot and peel the right arm open, shoulder, elbow, fingers. Pull back a little on that right hip. Keep the left leg bent. And then reconnect with your breath here. Bring the right hand down. Bend the right knee a lot. Peel the left arm up. Left hand comes down. Find that forward fold again. And then soften through the knees, press into the feet. We're rolling up to standing, keeping this nice wide foundation, keeping our feet nice and wide. Sweep the arms overhead. Pause here, let the palms touch, and then root down into your feet and really feel that sensation. It's very different feeling from having the feet close together. This nice wide foundation. Feel how grounded and rooted you feel and how kind of solid. And that's what we're looking for, this kind of inner strength. There can be all the softness in the world going on around it. Ground through the feet, engage the legs. Reach into the tips of the fingers, feel that full body stretch. Take a breath in And as we breathe out, we're going to fold forward, arms out to the side or down the midline, back into this forward fold. And then one more time, coming up. So let the head and the arms hang. Keep the chin tucked in, press, press, press into the feet. As you come to upright, lift the chin and then the arms follow. And this time, draw the hands to the heart. Okay, nice. Take a breath here. Again, keep feeling into that stability, keep feeling into the grounded nature of this. Okay, one more time. Sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. And this time we're going to move into plank. So you can walk the hands forward and the feet back. Finding that plank position, you can keep the feet nice and wide here as well if you want. You can bring the knees down if you want. Just make this work for you. Start to engage that core. So draw in the lower belly. Keep the legs, if they're lifted, really activated. So find that strength in the legs. Have a breath here. And then we're coming to downward dog. So soften the knees and lift the hips up into downward dog. If you have the knees down or you would like to go through an active child to get there, by all means do that. And then settle into your downward dog just for a couple of breaths, maybe pedaling the feet, finding some, or hoping to find some ease here. Okay, and then we're going to start our little flow. So when you're ready, we're going to step our right foot between our hands, sending it out behind you first, if you like to do that. Step the right foot through, soften the back knee to the ground, lift the arms overhead. Okay, feel your foundations. Feel into this front left hip. Is this too much? Do you need to lift back out a bit? Keep pressing into that right foot and the top of this back foot. Really feel the earth beneath you and use that. Place the hands together, bend the elbows, bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. I've heard this called shark fin arms, which I kind of like. Elbows up. Maybe let the heart shine forward a little bit. Then lift the arms back up, bring the fingers to the ground, extend through that front leg, find half splits. So bending this knee as much as you need. Again, this is another really good place for blocks if you have them. And then you can keep the heart lifted, or if you can find any amount of movement over that leg. It's entirely up to you. Okay, slowly rebend that front leg, plant the hands, lift the back knee, step to plank. Again, hold here for one breath, really grounded breath. And then lower the knees, then the chest. Slide until you're on your belly, and then let the arms come parallel. So you're on your elbows. We'll find Sphinx pose. So here, make that connection now with your forearms and your hands against the ground and the top of your feet, the length of your legs, your pubic bone, really feeling the ground beneath you. And then activate the lower arms, the forearms, and let the heart shine forward. Do that really slowly and very mindfully. See what activation you discover in the muscles of the spine or the shoulders. See what happens in the torso as you make that tiny adjustment to engage the lower arms. It's almost like you're sliding them back towards your body and letting the heart shine forward. Just see what happens there. If this is super comfortable on your lower back, you might want to try lifting the elbows, so engaging the core and then straightening the arms for seal. It's quite pinchy on your lower back. If you have any lower back issues, do this incredibly carefully. Beautiful. Lower down if you haven't already. And then move the elbows out of the way, bring the hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, push back into an active child. And then find downward dog again. And then adjust, so put the feet wherever you need them to be. Spread through the fingers so the palms are as wide as possible. I always like to think of the hands in downward dog like one of those beautiful green tree frogs that you find in Australia with those beautiful sucky huge little feet that they have. Okay, take a breath here. Okay, gently lower the knees to the ground. You can keep the toes tucked or untucked. Slide the hands back a little so they're under your shoulders, and then drop the belly, lift the gaze. We'll find a couple of rounds of cat and cow. As you breathe out, press into the hands, round the spine to the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, press into the hands, round the spine. Find that neutral spine. Send the right leg out behind you, flex the foot, and then send the left arm forward. So find your drishti, your gaze point. Embrace the wobble, it's okay. Draw in that lower belly, find that core activation, and then find that activation in the back leg. Reach into the tips of the left fingers. All these things will help with your balance. And breathe here. This is an absolute classic place for you to start to hold your breath. And we don't want to do that. Okay, bring the left hand and the right knee down. Put the hands back forward, tuck the toes, find downward dog. I'm going to do that on the other side. So when you're ready, step the left foot between the hands. Find your way into low lunge that's comfortable for you. Lift the arms, plant the palms together. Bend at the elbows, bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. You can almost rest your head against your arms, let the heart shine forward. Bring the arms back overhead, fingers to the ground, extend back into half splits. So keep that foot flexed, but obviously the amount you flex it will change the sensation in the back of the leg. You may need to bend that leg, you may need hands on blocks. It doesn't matter. Anything that'll help you find some accessibility in these shapes is all great. Beautiful. Okay, come back forward, plant the hands, step back to plank. Full round of breath here. Press the earth away. Really feel that activation in the arms, feel that engagement across the entire body. And then knees down, chest down. Slide onto your belly, find Sphinx. Draw the heart forward. Breathe here. Maybe engage the core and lift up into seal if that feels comfortable for you. Really engage through the bum and the legs. And slowly come back down. Move the elbows out of the way, tuck the toes, push back into active child, and then find downward dog. One breath here. Gently come back to the knees, straight into cat and cow, finding this fluidity as we begin to connect these movements together with a little bit more of a dancey feel. We can still be slow and controlled and very connected. Okay, find that neutral spine. This time, left leg back, right arm forward. Find that balance. Find your drishti and breathe. That is all you need to do. Okay, hand and knee back down and downward dog. If you need to have a little pause in child's pose here, by all means bring the knees down and do that. Otherwise, have a couple of breaths in your downward dog. Okay, we're going to step our right foot between our hands again. However it gets there is fine. Keep the back knee lifted this time. And then seal the heel and come up into warrior two. Check you can see your big toe. Find the distance of your feet that works for you. Try to keep shoulders over hips. Imagining that you're sort of just sliding down your spine down a wall. Energy to all fingers. Okay, drop the back hand. Reverse your warrior. Okay, we're moving from here into Skandasana, the back. So we're going to come down, bending that left leg, right toes up. If this is not accessible and this feels hideous, by all means, keep the foot flat and just stay up here, hands on blocks. You can bring your hands to your waist. You can find any amount of variation in the height of this. Keep that foot flexed. Okay, another fun transition. We're going into side plank. So we're going to bend this knee, come back to the front, plant the left hand and come into side plank. Right arm high. Options. You can bring the right foot in front of the left at the back here, or in front of your, like almost halfway up your mat, or you can bring the bottom knee down. Loads of options. If you want to do your full expression of side plank, having your feet stacked, maybe lifting the hips a fraction, maybe bringing this top arm alongside the ear. I love this shape because there's so many options, so many variations. You could also try bending this top leg, bringing that up there if you wish. Okay, rotating down, finding plank, either back to downward dog or move through a vinyasa. And then back to downward dog. Settle in here. Find yourself again. Reconnect with your breath. Come back to this present moment. Okay, let's send the left foot between the hands. Seal the back foot. Come up into warrior two. Settle in. Feel the strength in your legs. Engage the core. Gently reverse your warrior. Sweep down into Skandasana, bending the right leg, left foot flexed. And then swivel back to the front, straight into side plank, any variation. Okay, bring the left hand down, straight back to downward dog, or move through your flow. Right, we're going to do that once more on each side. We're going to try and do it a little more on the breath. So when you're ready, send the right foot between your hands, come up into warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Find Skandasana at the back. Come back low to the front. Move into side plank, any variation. Find plank with control. Move through your vinyasa. Back to downward dog. Left leg steps between the hands. Lift up into warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Rainbow the arms down, find Skandasana. Stay nice and low as you come to the front, straight into side plank. Nice. Find plank, back to downward dog, or through your flow. Beautiful. Okay, widen the feet again. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Find that forward fold. Maybe hold the elbows or the backs of the legs. So just check in, see how this forward fold feels compared to the one you did at the beginning before you had done any movement. Maybe some sway would feel nice in your body. Okay, gently finding stillness. Soften the knees, roll up to standing. Let the arms follow. Keep the feet wide. Feel into that nice wide foundation. Breathe out, fold forward. Inhale. Lift halfway, maybe hands to the shins. Fold. Soften the knees, come up to standing. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to the shins or the floor or blocks. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften the knees, come all the way up. We're going to do this one more time. Exhale, soften the knees and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Stay here. Any amount of swaying or movement, just enjoy that feeling of letting go. And then finding stillness, walk slowly your hands back to downward dog. Recenter your feet, have a full grounded breath here. Okay, nice. We're going to move to a seat, so you can come to your knees, you can hop through however you want to get there. Bend your right leg, place the sole of your right foot. So I'm moving right onto the left-hand side of my mat where my straight leg is, because we're going to do Stargazer coming up onto our right knee. This floorboard's really hard, so I like to keep it on the mat and protect my knees. Okay, so when you are set up, engage that core, shoulders over hips. Try to find that spinal kind of length if you can. I know it's difficult. Some people really find that hard and their spines are really rounded. So by all means, grab something. Just lift your elevate, tip your hips, whatever you need to do. You will get there eventually. Okay, and we're going to move into this forward fold. So either arms overhead or just walking the fingers along the ground, whichever you prefer. Keep that heart nice and shining and just find that fold over this leg. Whether that's here or here, doesn't make any difference. And then deeply connect with your breath here. You can pad under this knee and bend it. You can do any, you do not have to have this leg straight. Now this is feeling absolutely delicious for me in this left hip. If it wasn't, I would be modifying it quite a lot. So again, I can't ever stress this enough, that discernment you need to develop around listening to your own body. Your body, completely unique, nothing like anybody else's body. So you need to be listening and thinking, actually, that doesn't work for me, or that doesn't feel good for me. This is what what I show you, this is just a guide. So please, please listen in. Okay, slowly coming up, keep the legs where they are, plant the right hand outside the right hip, press up onto that knee, peel open, and then send the hips back down. Nice. Okay, switch legs, sole of the left foot inside, right leg long, and then find whichever version you want to do in order to hinge yourself forward, keeping some lift through the heart, folding over that leg. And it might sound odd, but you can kind of breathe your way into these, especially these deep shapes that really deepen the backs of the legs. So you start and you breathe in, and as you exhale, you may find a softening and a little tiny bit of space to move into. Just see how you get on. And then slowly come up, plant the left hand, lift up into your stargazer, peeling the heart, finding as much space as you can here. I find this such a joyful, expansive pose. And then set the hips back down. Send both legs long. We can't have a class without Paschimottanasana. So repeating what we just did, but with both legs. So again, something under here, keep the knees, whatever you need to do. Flex the feet as much as you want, but wherever you are, find some activation. The legs are not just hanging out, they're engaged, okay? And then we just find that fold forward. And again, just use the out breath to guide yourself into this shape, just as much as works for you. And if it works for you and your body, it's absolutely perfect. Okay, let go of whatever you're holding, slowly come back up, find a cross-legged seat. Next in-breath, sweep the arms overhead. We'll move into a twist on the right, so left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Find that length, that beautiful sort of undulating underwater reed has just reached up, and then we twist. If these images that I use don't resonate with you or don't land, just ignore them. I love an image. I can't help myself. Okay, come back to center, sweep the arms nice and slow. We're in no rush to finish this class. Length through the spine and then twist to the left. Come back to center, sweep up one more time, maybe close the eyes, let the palms find each other in space. Feel the warmth between the palms and then draw them slowly, slowly with a bit of resistance all the way to your heart. Maybe bow the head in as they get there. And release the hands and open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for that lovely, sweet little Vinyasa flow. I will be returning every Monday with more classes. So I'm hoping that I'm sort of creating classes that will suit different moods and different, frames of mind. So from really short little morning flows to deeper flows, slow restorative, hopefully there's a full library developing and you'll always find something that matches what you need on any particular day. Anyway, lots and lots of love from my home to yours and from my heart to yours. I hope you are well and having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you on the mat again soon. Bye.